This
Reserve.
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, what are reserves, right? Reserves. How can we make checks on the reserve, and what is zero pay reserve? These different type of reserves are there, right? When there is a
Okay.
overpayment, you have a add reserve, then there's a change reserve, all those different transaction reserve transaction. So maybe they can ask on those.
Yeah, I'm not planning to hit on my very first interview also. So let's see. Yeah, we can try to cover as much as we can. Let's see the integrations as you
Mhm.
said.
Yeah, let me open the study material for the PPTs. PC PPTs integration. Basically, what are the new features of integration we will understand here. So platform new features for integration. These are there's a new plugin which they have introduced after version 9. There's a phone number normalizer plugin. Plugins are nothing, just a piece of code which the Guidewire has already inbuilt. So we can just use it as a plugin and play that, like enable the plugin and use the code behind which has already been configured. So the default functionality will be available. So based on your business requirement, you can use these plugins for solving your business problems. Like iPhone normalizer plugin, it is a phone number normalizer work queue which does it does the data import, global input set PCF, converts the field phone number to the multi-field standard work phone number, cell phone number, and fax phone number. Country code is a type list, so this is already given as part of this plugin. There's a work queue, there's a data import, and there's a PCF, global input set PCF. So that's what they are
Okay,
describing.
since we are talking about plugin, I just want to hear
Hmm.
detailed info on the plugin. Like plugin means like external libraries. We can actually get it
Yeah,
plugged
you
in.
can. Yeah, those are inbuilt codes basically. Some default functionality, right? Like document generator plugin, or there is a payment currency conversion plugin, which are like the common business problems. So what Guidewire has done, like they have designed some plugins which have an inbuilt code, so you can you don't need to write everything from scratch. Just enable those plugins and use the default functionality for your business logic, and then use it for your customer. You can customize based on your business needs, but the basic functionality will be available based on that plugin code. Like
Are
here
they
they are
are
giving
they Guidewire developed plugins or it's open source plugin?
there are some out of the box, and you can create your own plugins as well. So they have given you both
Okay.
the features. So out of the box also, like I normalizer plugin, this they have introduced as version 9. It is the out of the box feature.
Okay.
So if you open the studio, you will find it already there in the code base. Just you need to enable for your business requirement.
Oh, okay.
So they are giving you the work queue, they are giving you data import, they are giving you the country code type list. All these are already inbuilt. You don't need to design anything. Just use it wherever your business needs are there. You can fit it in your business requirement accordingly.
Okay.
That's how it works. Is it good? Can we
Yeah.
proceed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So messaging without primary object in version 8. So for the messages without a primary object, non-safe ordered, there are three configurations. So basically messaging is another technique where we send our payloads or the request to the external system. Suppose we want to generate the documents, like we want to integrate the Guidewire policy center with the document generation system, suppose on base, or what you call the hyper extreme is there, and there are documaker, different external systems which generate documents. So we generate the payloads in Guidewire and send based on different events like a policy change, policy renewal, policy
Mhm.
cancellation, or submission. So there we use the messaging technique. So messaging is like multi-threaded. It sends the multiple threads. It does not wait for, it's a async way of integration. Like it does not wait for the acknowledgement. It sends the another message while acknowledgement is awaited for the first message. So ordering is
Okay.
non-deterministic here. And there are two ways of messaging. There's a single threaded also and some multi-threaded also. So sent in single thread does not wait for the acknowledgement if unresolved primary object messaging for destination is blocked. So this is the single thread. And in the multi-thread, it sends in multiple threads, does not wait for acknowledgement. Ordering is non-deterministic. There is a strict mode which there are sent in strict order request acknowledgement before sending. So strict mode is nothing. There are two types of, like, the we can send either the safe ordered or non-safe ordered in guide. So safe ordered messages are generally sent through the strict mode, and the remaining other
Okay.
messages are sent through the multi-threaded or single thread. Where, so basically, when you will go to the message queue, you will find some of the messages stuck there will shows as non-safe ordered, and other which are safe ordered, you will see the particular destination id and all those things, messaging id tagged to that. So those are like safe ordered. So in safe ordered, you will always get a acknowledgement id before the other message is sent. So we'll follow ordering, safe ordering, like before the first message acknowledgement is come, the other message will not be sent. So that is called the safe
Okay.
ordered message. So
Okay.
then we have concept called web services. So they are telling the RPC web services were used earlier, before versions, I think version 7 or something. Those are old styled web services, RPC encoded, where the visible soap binding style is equal to RPC. So those have been deprecated, I think, version 8 onwards. Now we are using the WSI web services. So in the WSI web services, you will find as the binding style as WSI. So this will be using the XMLs. Generally, the payloads will be the XMLs, and we'll get a WSDL, the WSDL, web service description language, for each and every web service. So when you either consume a web service into the Guidewire, or you can publish a web service through Guidewire, which external system can consume. So there are two methods where we can use the web services. Suppose we have to get the VIN number, VIN number, like the car VIN number is there. Based on that, we need to drive the vehicle history. So we'll consume a VIN web service, and then we will give pass the VIN number as a request in that, and the request will go to the VIN generator, VIN generator's web service, and it will authenticate. Based on that, it will give you the driver details, the accident history, the violations, all those things. So we can use it in the based on the policy center business requirements, consuming a web service. So similarly, we can publish a web service. Suppose another system wants to issue a policy, like suppose portals, you want to create a policy through external digital portals. So there you can publish your submission API, your policy change API, your policy renewal API, and the other system will consume that. So you got it.
Trying to understand.
Yeah, any questions, we can take it now. Like, I'm just explaining you the very high level. So each and every topic will have a detailed session for everything. This is just an introductory session where we'll
Okay.
just touch base all the concepts. What are the different techniques through which we achieve the integration in Guidewire. So these are
Okay.
just the high level overview of all, like a little overview of messaging, a little overview of web services, a little overview of plugins, a little overview of batch process or the work queues. So it will just give you an introductory. So we
Okay.
have the detailed PPTs for each and everything. Later we'll go on that, like concept by concept.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is, they are saying how the web service, this mtom is like the XML data, the base 64. This is the encrypted text and the XML data. This is how the request will look like. SOAP envelope XML data. This will be the SOAP request, how it will be sent to the external system. Like I told, like suppose we are generating the document, right? So at policy change, we will generate an XML with some tags, and then we will send it to the external system, where they will use those tags for their mapping, printing those document, like the name of the insured, the policy premium, the phone number, the insured details, all those things will be sent in a form of XML in the tag, and they will map it accordingly in the external system. So that's how the request looks like. So they are
So the
just saying.
message, the messaging is being sent in XML format.
Yeah, generally, like whereas we are using the web services, right? The WSI web service, it generally requires a XML. If until unless you are using a REST web service, like where the
Okay,
JSON,
JSON.
JSON, then you will be sending it through the uh, in a JSON format. Otherwise, like popularly, generally, like for those document management and all, they generally use the XML format, which is more convenient to read and more easy to map for the external systems also.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this, so they are saying how the mtom can be enabled. So Guidewire can send the mtom as attachments. So there is a property called mtom enabled, which needs to be set true. So function enable in mtom, WSI invocation, you have to just set it true, and then this will be making it an mtom enabled, they are saying. So generally it's not very like common, we don't use it regularly, just as a concept they have explained here.
Okay.
So like document management integration, they are saying. So this is an example of a document assistant is now a Java applet. Active X plugin removed, works with all the supported web browser, not just Internet Explorer. Requires the Java to be installed. So this is they are saying about the document management. Server side PDF production only. Client side production is unsupported. MS Excel and Word docs are unsupported. Document content response type, like document context for raw documents, contains an input stream, URL for the content for the local content, HTML and JavaScript type. Basically, document integration is nothing, where we are just sending the request from Guidewire to the external system for printing the document and storing the document. So what it does, like they give a mapping sheet to the Guidewire like this. Like in a policy change, in the policy change transaction, we need these particular tags like the first name, last name, the insured phone number, and the insured address, and the insured VIN number, and all those details. What we will do, we'll create a mapper in Guidewire. We will create a event paired rule, and based on that event, we will create a payload. So the payload will be generated through a mapper. We'll write a mapper where we do the mapping for all the fields from Guidewire, and convert those into a form of XML, and then pass that request in an XML format to the messaging destination. Suppose the destination number for document integration is suppose 5. So 5 is the destination ID. So we will send the request to destination 5 and send this XML, and then in the response, that external system will generate a document out of it. It will create a PDF document. It will print the insurance company name, the first name, last name insured, the phone number, the address detail, whatever the business logic needs, like the premium of the policy, the when the policy was renewed, when the policy, all those details which are needed, like you get in a typical policy form, right? So that's how it works.
Okay.
So inbound file integration is nothing. So there is something like where we get the files externally from the external system and consume it into the Guidewire. Suppose I'll give you an example of there is a what you call MVR integration, motor vehicle record. So generally in US, what they do, like they take the driver driving license number, and based on that they determine the violation history and the driving details, the driver history, like what is his driving record, how much violations is done, and all those driving score. Based on that, they determine the premium. So in the such cases, what they give, like the MVR will give you a flat file for like each and every different states, like for Illinois, Wisconsin, for California, and what you call Texas. There will be a different inbound file which we need to consume and read those records through a batch or a work queue, and there we will use this inbound file integration. So inbound file integration gives us the advantage of reading the file in a multi-threaded manner, not as a line by line. Suppose these files are sometimes very long, like it will have 2 lakh records or something like. So if you read line by line, it will be very time consuming, and it will not be performance efficient. It will take a lot of time. So they have provided this inbound integration plugin in the Guidewire, so which it polls for incoming directory for new files at a specified interval. Like the file will be kept at a particular path where this plugin will read. It will be multi-threaded, high performing. New files move to the processing directory, opens the file and runs the line processor. Files with the exceptions are placed into the error directory. Process files are placed in the done directory. So this is how it works. The processing directory processes all the records and puts in the processed folder, and the error records are placed in the error directory, and then it is marked as done. So this is how it reads the file in a multi-threaded manner, and then processes all the records. Suppose like for this MVR integration, right? It will read all the motor vehicle records and match with that particular license number of the driver, and pick the driver history, like the number of violations, number of accidents is done, and then derive a driving score based on this. So based on the driving score, it the premium of that policy will be affected. he has more violations, more accidents history, the premium will be higher for
Yeah.
such driver, right?
Piyush, one question though. So the inbound file integration means the file will be received from the MVR department or DPS
Yeah,
or
from some MVR is just an example I'm using. So just
no, no, no.
any
I am just saying no. What I'm asking is in the inbound file integration means we will have the file and
in some
access it
location
through some web service
FTP,
or
FTP, file transfer protocol. There will be a
okay,
incoming file directory, right? As a file path where they will place, like every morning they will have a logic to place that file in that particular location. So, and as soon as the file will be placed there in that folder, the polling will, like this polling, it will do the polling in that particular folder, like whether the file is received. As soon as sees the file, it will start reading the file from that directory and start processing the records. So that's why this plugin does a incoming polling on that. You got a certified interval, it just checks whether the file has been placed or not. In case the file has not been placed due to some n number of reason on that day, it will throw an exception and a message like this file was not delivered, so the records have not been, like due to some manual program error, if the external system is not able to place the file on time, right? Generally there will be a
okay,
specified time where daily they will place the file on that particular location. It will be all automated generally in production, but suppose due to some error or some failure it does not, or it will throw an exception, which is
okay,
internally handled
okay.
by this plugin. Got
Yeah,
it?
okay. I will get more info when I see the actual
Mhm.
file where it is and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see those integrations in your project wherever they have implemented an inbound file integration. You can explore that. Maybe we'll have a different session also on this. So this is how the inbound file integration. Create a line processor class. This is the line processor GW API inbound files line processor process line. Add your custom line processing logic in this method. Create a plugin. Use Java class this integration default inbound integration plugin. Define the plugin parameters, directory path, line processor class, the workers agent. This is how we need to implement it. This plugin. Then inbound JMS integration. They are saying for inbound queues of the JMS messages, multi-threaded and high performing. Application server requirements are IBM WebSphere or Oracle WebLogic. Handles the method dispatch and thread management. Write a custom code to process the individual message in a message listener and then create a plugin. Use Java class like this. The default, like you can do as for GMS or you can use a normal integration. This is convenient for both. So for GMS, you will use default GMS Java messaging service, right? Inbound integration plugin. This is how the inbound GMS integration works. So there's a custom inbound integration also. So you can build your own custom solution using this plugin, GW integration inbound integration plugin. Then implement the interface methods. I startable plugin, initialize plugin, work agent. Work agent contains the factory method, must return the factory object. Create classes to implement the interfaces, workset processor or transaction, workset processor, works datasets. Create the plugin, must use Java class, define the plugin parameters. This is just the OSGI framework. This is internal to Guidewire. Nothing much useful for us. Yeah. So this is they explaining the how does it looks like in the studio. The ant and all this will be by default, right? They will be installing. You will use these commands: region, Java API, plugin studio for regenerating your web services and the studio plugins, right? So this is how the command line commands.
But this all happened in behind the screen, right?
Which one? OSGI. Yeah, OSGI is inbuilt, right? This is a
Okay.
Guidewire provided plugin. So basically, they're telling you how the commands to run from command line. Go to the bin directory, right, and run those GWCC, GWPC, Regen Java
Okay.
API, plugin studio. It will just regenerate all those APIs. So you used to use Ant, not Maven, right? Allows for easy installation of new plugin. BND pro configuration file. If you go to the settings, you will be able to see all these things. IntelliJ platform, Maven, all inbuilt, right? OSGI plugin module. These are the inbuilt ones. So new features for working in Java. Do not write Java code in Guidewire Studio. Dangerous and unsupported. Use thus for third-party IDE, IntelliJ,
Mhm.
Eclipse. Do not use the internal APIs. Java.internal. Use IntelliJ IDEA. Implement inspection warning. This is how to work with the Java API they're telling. So Java library generation, you can use GWPC region Java API, ABCC, PCBC, anything you can use based on the application. And this region Java API is deprecated, is true. They are saying this is also a deprecated method, but this we are using currently. Plugins classes, this packages they have given. So this will be configuration plugin shared basic classes in all these file paths. The files will be placed. Lib shared plugin, like shared basic lib plugin specific classes will be here, and plugin specific classes will be like these are the different file paths out of the box, how the packages are maintained in Java. So other classes similarly they have given this. These are the basic classes, basic libraries. Gosu also, Gosu basic classes, Gosu basic libraries, all out of the box, shared and Gosu. And this they are just saying reference a type of directory how you will do package prefix sub package entity and then the entity name. So gw dot subpackage dot entity dot entity name corex. This is how this is all basic only, right?
Mm.
So bundle, right? So bundle is nothing like just we do the database transactions, right? So we use the bundles like to commit the transactions into a table or a database. So here we have like transaction dot get current bundle. So you can use those bundles here like transaction dot run with new bundle get current bundle. So we will have a session for bundles separately. Here they're explaining how to create a bundle and how to create entity instances. Yeah.
We used to write a bundle only for the unit test, where we
No,
create a
bundle
bundle.
are generally used in batch processes where you need to commit the data on the runtime, right? Suppose you are reading from a record from a file and need to commit into some database onto an entity, you need to store it. Then you will use a run with new bundle and commit those records in that particular transaction. In the batch process, do work method, you will generally find in do work method, run with new bundle, they will be frequently using it.
Okay.
Those are database transactions. Wherever the entity we need to commit something while reading the record from external source and we need to commit, right? There we will use run with new bundle. Did you get it?
Yeah, I was just trying to check
Yeah,
in my project
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah. It will be there. We will have a different detailed session. Bundle is a separate PPT. We'll discuss all the run with new bundle. What is a new bundle, current bundle, read only bundle, all different type of bundles. What are the different uses? What is the use of it and why do we use it? So we'll have all sessions separately on it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
What time it is for you now? It will be, I think, 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah,
10
almost
o'clock.
11. 11.
Yeah, because 9 p.m. in PST, so it will be 11, I think. But is it convenient this time for you? I think there
Not
is nothing.
always.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
yeah, this nothing to disturb this time when you have like no commitment, right? At this time.
yeah, zero commitment. Even my boy will be sleeping, so it should not be any problem with me. The only
Uh,
thing is, I shouldn't be tired. Yeah, that's the problem.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So this is how they are telling how we can create the entities using the Java API. Entity.type.new instance bundle. This you can create a entity with the Java API. They are saying like how you the exchange rate set implements I exchange rates plugin. Then they're creating a method here, then passing to the current bundle, and then exchange rate object they have created, and they have committed into a bundle here, new instance of the bundle, and passed as a bundle object. This is the bundle object. Bundle.bundle is equal to transaction dot current bundle. This was the Java API entity object methods in Java API. Entity name dot add event. So this is a common method which we use like policy period dot add event. Any custom event if you want to create, you can just give like audit event you want to create or something policy change. Suppose some custom event you want, like there will be out of the box events and there will be custom, like on demand you want to create a event and then want to send something to the external system. So you can create use this method like policy period dot add event and then give the any custom event name whatever you want based on your business requirement. This is the command used for that. Base entity interface, no downcasting, core extension entity fair downcasting to interface. custom extension, downcasting customer extension. This they are just telling you different ways of how we can use the entity methods. So then there are gosu enhancement. Like you can enhance an entity, right? You need like a policy period. You want to add some method or a field at the runtime which is not available on the entity level. Then you can create an enhancement. So this is how we create an enhancement. They're writing like public example reflection. Then they are using a do it method here. They are creating a bundle, current bundle, vendor evaluation. They are creating an object of this, and here they are
But
getting
is this a old version?
which one?
Is this one a old version? Because we have
Bundle,
created
but
no the creating enhancements, the entity enhancements.
yeah, enhancement we will create today also in version 10 also. Like for policy period,
Yeah,
you will create an enhancement for like different things, right?
yeah.
Policy.
Why we are seeing it in Java now? Java API.
Yeah, both you have available, right? Java API also and Gosu also. So this is the example of Java API. I think next slide they might have given for the Gosu.
No, where would be any use of creating entity enhancement in a Java API? I'm just asking
There
because
will be somewhere which does not support by Gosu, right? So I think there might be used. Generally we use the Gosu only, but this I think there should be an example for yeah Gosu. See, this is a Gosu entity enhancement like this. Gosu entity enhancement in Java. They are using a Java API integer value. That's what the integer value is a Java API, but this is a Gosu class that they are using. Got it right? This integer value, they're invoking one method, passing the scores here for summation. They're summing up the scores and printing it in the reflection. This example reflection.
okay, because
The
uh,
integer value might be a method in their library, right? So they are just using that out of the
but
box sorry, integer.
yeah, but in policy center, we instead of defining it as a class, we will just define it as an enhancement, and we just give
Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, that
enhancement
we
name.
will use. Yeah, policy period enhancement or something. That's what I think. Yeah, this
Yeah,
example is it's the old one. Or maybe I think in somewhere they might have given the recent example also. Let's go there. These are the type codes and all those things. I think not much useful. Application specific integration features. They are saying so. New features policy center. They have added policy earned premium API web service. So if you want to calculate the earned premium of a given policy number, you can use calc earned premium by policy number. IFX rate plugin interface. It can convert the this thing plugin. Sorry, the exchange rate can convert get FX rate. With the rate conversion, these plugins are added in the new versions. So Claim Center they have added I aggregate limit transaction plugin interface determines if a transaction applies to an aggregate limit beyond the usual values of an aggregate limit. Policy location search plugin interface performs a policy location search in a policies such as Policy Center. This has been added in a Claim Center new feature. And in Billing Center policy public ID property. Policy and Billing Center integration contains the public ID of the policy in the policy can use with the other policy system. Policy Center web services have property. Billing Center messaging plugins have property. These are the new features. Billing. So that's what they talked about the integrations and the new features here. So then we can go through these questions also. What are the different plugins handles in normalizing a single phone number? Describe true platform specific point mount integration. How do you generate deprecate Java API? Name you can go these questions for your revision. I think you can get also the I think answers are also given here if you want
okay,
to cross check, right? So the this will be
yeah.
given.
And one curious thing is, I used bundles in a
Mm.
writing test only, but
Mhm.
not an actual GoSu. So
Yeah, generally
uh,
for integration purposes, you will be using where we will use the bash process or work queue, right? So frequently we'll be using bundles there. Maybe in configuration side, you will generally use current bundle or read only bundle. I don't think much usage in configuration on the front end, right? On the bundles, it's mostly used in the integration, bash process integrations.
so many
Mm.
places they have done bundles actually. So
Mhm.
I would like to know more on the bundles. Like what is
Mhm.
a bundle doing, right? So
Yeah, we have
bundle,
a separate session for bundle, separate PPT, which only talks about the different. We can cover it one by one. This was just the introduction for all the different integrations possible in the Guidewire.
yeah,
You got you got it.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so do you want to cover any other thing, or today it is fine for only introduction?
You are busy now, or every day like 30 minutes, or every day 1 hour,
No,
or how?
no. I'm not thinking. I'm just giving the like the from the concept wise. So you go through and understand this. So from tomorrow we can go into detail like each and every like we have a PPT for GoSu queries. We have for the this thing bundles. Then we have for messaging web services. We can go detail one by one, right? So just for like I don't want to overflow the information on a day. That's what today. Let's keep it like introductory, and from tomorrow we can go in details one by one.
Like if time permits, like 15 minutes, we can just have a high level introduction of like I know what is a bundle. So inside a bundle we have number of beans committing inside the bundle, and we will commit it
Mhm.
at a time. So that's what the bundles are for. But
Yeah, I can show you what are the bundles. Just a moment.
yeah,
So from this,
actually, if I have this PPT, I will just go through and then come up with my questions
y-
to you.
you have these PPTs with you?
No, I don't.
Okay, because I'm not allowed to share this. You can go through the
Yeah.
recordings. Yeah. So these are different type of bundles. Current, sorry, the current and new bundles, read-only entity bundles, new entities and bundles, additional bundle functionality. So this is how these are all database transactions basically. Insert, update, delete, and commit. So database transaction is the data of manipulation that acted upon a unit. So what we do in a database, right? We commit transaction, we update, we delete, and similarly we achieve in GoSu through the bundle. So a bundle is a set of in-memory and entity instances that represents the rows in a database, including new entities, change entities, and deleted entities. Guidewire applications transmit and save all the entity instances in a bundle to the database in a transaction. That is what the bundle does. So here you can see, right, AB contact, bank account, legal case, flag entry, they are all committed inside a table. These are the different entities sitting in the
Yeah.
table.
Each of them are different entities, and it can have multiple entities changes inside a
Ye-
bundle to be committed.
Yeah, new entities, change entities, and delete it. So set of memory entities. That one row,
So,
right? This like bank account will be a row in a database. It will be have different rows, right? Like yeah, in a
uh,
table you insert a row, so this will be a different row. Legal case will have a different. These are all different entities, right? So this will be inserted as a different row. You can see in the this column also they
okay.
are saying, right? Like this legal
Like,
case is one table column. Green is with the bank account. Yellow is the flag entry. Blue is the AB contact. Like this.
so bundle.commit is the only way to commit a bundle, or like how else we can
Bundle
commit?
dot commit is the explicitly commit. Like when you are doing with the run with a new bundle, you don't need to commit it explicitly. If you write run with new bundle, automatically all the data which you are inserting, it will automatically get committed. So we'll explain it one by one, like how different bundles operate. Like run with new bundle is a bundle generally frequently used in during a batch process or a integration transaction, where we will directly commit in a run with new bundle. Then no need to do bundle dot commit explicitly for that. Got it? Like this committing a bundle, you can
Okay.
see they are
Yes.
modifying the bundle, creating and saving a new entity, updating an existing entity, saving all the entities in the bundle to the database. So commits are transaction in nature. Successfully attempt occurs in single transaction. A failure rolls back the transaction. So you can explicitly commit, and then in the like there are different type of bundle I told you, right? Objects are retrieved from a database query. Foreign key entities of a related entity already in a read-only bundle. So these are the read only. But writable bundle are objects that are being edited or deleted the user interface, an application process, or in a code. Those are in a writable bundle. So writable bundle, we can modify the entities. We can add like policy period. I can add something like a premium thing or something. We can modify it accordingly when it's a writable bundle. But read-only bundle cannot be modified. Then there are current bundle and new bundle. So application creates current bundle to create, read, update, add or delete the data. It contains the objects that are available in the current code context, read only or writable bundle. New bundle is the integration code creates bundle explicitly. Code determines the bundle and it's a writable. So that's what I'm saying. Integration will use generally new bundle, run with new bundle. These are all writable bundles.
Okay.
So here you can say automatic bundle processing, possible to automatically commit new and change data, explicit bundle manipulation, business rules, workflow, certain plugins, code executed from UI. So they are generally in the business rules, validation rules, transaction rules, where we'll use bundles, workflows we will use bundles, some plugins, PCF code which are in edit mode, some PCF we want to commit some data, store in our database. There we will use the plugin to commit. So manual bundle processing is done in web services, batch processes, queries, certain plugins, and PCF code. So no inherent commit for the new and change data. Explicit bundle manipulation done for web service, batch processes, modifications to entities, certain plugins, code executed from UI in the read-only mode. This is the explicit bundle manipulation where we are using. Got it?
Mhm.
Doing the we will go in details when we go to web services batch processes how these are done, but this is how they operate. So Gosu has capabilities with the bundles. You can create new bundles, add entities, query it from the database to the bundle, create new entities, modify the entities in a writable bundle, identify whether an entity is in a bundle has been changed, commit a bundle, access the current bundle if one exists. You cannot evict an entity from a bundle, modify the entities in a read-only bundle. This is not allowed. These things are allowed in a bundle. Okay.
Like similar to bundle that add like entity, we cannot do like a bundle that remove entity.
We cannot remove. That's what they're saying.
Okay,
Evict
it
is a
doesn't. Yeah.
database. Yeah, it will affect the database, right? To the way delete a record from a table. It's not like a normal code. It is inserting a row in a table, right? So if you insert a row, delete a row, then I think that integrity check and all those things will come into picture. So it will.
So yeah, it doesn't make sense of removing an entity from a bundle. Instead, we cannot. We don't even have to add it in the bundle itself.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to remove an entity, you can either retire it. This does not need to be deleted from the bundle, right? If the entity no longer needed, you can retire that entity.
Not the entity whole itself, just while committing the bundle only.
Mhm.
Okay. Just so. Are you saying that the run with new bundle will automatically commits it?
Yeah, you don't need to do bundle dot commit. Run with new bundle is already a writable bundle. So whatever code you write in
Okay.
that particular piece of code, right, it will not be needed
Yeah,
to
I
be
don't see any usages where a run with new bundle has a bundle that commit.
Yeah, you can see in the code base, right? Directly they are using
Okay.
committing it directly. So no need to commit it explicitly. It is a writable bundle. It's specially made for the integrations and the bash processes. So like you can use case, right? Company inspection date. Here they are using inspection date needs to be updated. So here they are using in training app, retrieve the company from the database, set the inspection date to a specified date, create a note that the details in the value changes from the previous to new. So here they are using the bundle concept. Like the inspection date is there. The body has been updated from 26th date to this date. This is one of the
Okay.
use case. So create current bundle also they're explaining. Sometimes a code has access to a current bundle which contains the data known to the current context. Current bundle can be read only or writable, like the user interface or the plugin. Data retrieved or from the user interface is the it can be in a current bundle, and plugin data passed to the plugin can be also a current bundle. So like this, they are saying for current bundle, committing the current bundle, you have to use gw transaction.get current gets the current bundle. Then you have to use bundle.commit, which commits every entity in the bundle. Developer should be extremely conscious while committing to current bundle, like send AP person message. You have created the selected AP person dot occupation, new AP person occupation, and then you have committed to a bundle transaction dot get current and dot commit. It will be committed in this send button, right? So you are calling this method from this send button, send message, right?
Uh,
So
Previous screen, please once.
yeah, this select AB person, they have given the name change of
Okay.
occupation acknowledge, and then send method they are calling this commit transaction with the new bundle. Sorry, the current bundle.
Okay, get current dot commit. Okay, that get current is gonna be returning a bundle which has all
It will be
the
commit. It will have the person, occupation, name, everything. It will send that and commit it explicitly.
so the get current is gonna return entity with these values stored in it,
Yeah, yeah.
like an
The AP.
instance. Yeah,
Correct,
an
correct.
instance of entity with these values stored in it, and automatically dot commit is gonna commit it.
Store it. Yeah.
Yeah, into the database. Okay.
Mhm. So now the run with new bundle, you can use GW transaction dot transaction run with new bundle and the code block. So creates a new bundle, no user specified, requires permissive user credential context, like transaction dot run with new bundle. Then you pass the user. Suppose super user you want to use for commit. So inside this block, you will write this new block and then write the code whatever you want to insert inside this bundle. And then at the end, we will pass the username like super user if you are using. So pass as in double colon, you can pass as SU. Sorry, in the as a string creates a new bundle with the specified user. Do not commit the run with new bundle. So run with new bundle commits the bundle at the end of the block by design. It does not needs to be committed explicitly.
So the get unrestricted user means all users.
Unrestricted user means there will be certain users who will have a permission to commit, right? Like the super user, or there will be like every project will have those use. So generally we use super user generally for committing into the bundle, right? Because super user has all the permissions. So like for a normal user, if you use a Apple Gate or you use some lower authority user, he will not be allowed to commit to the bundle
Okay.
because this directly.
Like sales users should not be having any
Yeah,
authority to
yeah.
commit.
There's some specific users only will have to modify the database, right? Every user they will not allow. Got it?
Yeah, but for every bundle, what they have done is user.util dot get
Current
unrestricted
user,
user
yeah,
equal
yeah, yeah.
or
You will
current
use
user.
current user. So whatever, like if you are logged in the SU, it will automatically take as SU as the user and then commit it.
But in the production, super user is not uh, existing, right?
They
So
they will
uh,
have they will have some integration. They will have some user in the production who will have the authority to commit. They will give that
uh,
permission. They will configure it accordingly. That current. That's why they
okay,
are using the current user, right? So that
current
current user
user.
will have that.
Mostly, it's going to be the sales people who will be entering all the information while
Yes, yes, yeah.
creating the
Those will
policy, and
those.
so they will be
Oh,
they should be having authority because
correct,
they will be considered as current
correct.
user.
They will be having, yeah.
Yeah, I actually totally forgot about this. It's been years, but
Mhm.
yeah, thanks. This helps.
Yeah, so this
Okay,
is how we create a bundle. GW transaction or new bundle. Create a new bundle block. Then you use the no code block, no user, no service. Then use the bundle dot commit. So here you get like create where variable new bundle and transaction dot new bundle, and then target company new bundle dot add target company. Target company inspection date, you can add here the inspection date, and you can add a note here. So create company note for inspection. This is method they are calling, and then they are passing target company inspection date and target company add contact to the notes. This method pass the note object and then commit new bundle dot commit. This will commit it to the current new bundle.
okay,
Got it?
okay. I will go through more into bundles, Piyush, and then
Uh,
yeah,
Maybe tomorrow we can ask any questions if you have, and I'll
yeah.
cover
Day
the
after tomorrow, I'm having an interview with the claim center. Maybe we can just brush up more on a
claim
high
center.
level. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to
yeah.
prepare once.
Sure, sure.
So I can just give a shot at it and then check.
Yeah, I'll give you some sample questions. Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
Even if I get selected in the round also doesn't mean that I'm going to stop the training. The training is for my own personal improvement. So this has nothing to do with uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, the job attempt.
Okay, no problem. Okay then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
okay.
night. Thank you.
Yeah, good night. Yeah, tomorrow, like, are you fine a little earlier or the same time works for you? Because even you feel sleepy. I'm just
This,
asking.
this this time is good for me actually. There is no commitment. I'm done with the dinner and nothing
Okay.
pending, right? So there's no disturbance at all. So this works good. I think so. Slightly earlier also, if like half an hour you can early also it should be fine. But yeah, this today we started at what time? I think 8 o'clock, right? Sorry, what
8:30. Your time
8:30?
8:30.
8:30.
Yes.
Okay, I can start at 7:30 also. It's not a problem.
No, 7:30 will be like 9:30. That time my boy won't be sleeping, so it will be
Okay,
hard
then,
for
yeah,
me.
then this is good time. I think you can stick to this. I
Okay.
think 1 hour should not be a challenge, right? By 11 only you will be sleeping anyways.
No, it's like 11:30.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
10:30 to 11:30 should not be a problem for me.
Mhm.
I don't prefer sleeping much actually. So yeah, okay. And
Okay.
it is more interesting. So I don't
Uh,
feel anything. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
thanks, Piyush. Thanks for all the info. Yeah,
Thank you.
let's brush
Thank.
up tomorrow for the claim center
Yeah.
more and more. Okay,
Yeah. So
thanks.
we'll inform Kumar, right? Kumar, you can schedule the call tomorrow. Kumar, are you there? I think just message them on the group. They will, I think,
Okay,
schedule a
yeah,
call.
I have also messaged. Okay, sure. Thanks.